the Chief Minister of Manipur, the Chief Minister of Manipur, N Biren Singh, is going to meet the governor at 1 p.m. This is an extremely important piece of news which has come right now, is that Chief Minister of Manipur, M. Biren Singh, is going to meet the governor. Now, all kind of insinuations are being made about whether he stays back, whether he puts in his paper. We are not going to speculate on that, because as a responsible media outlet, we refrain from speculating on an issue which is very sensitive, and it carries repercussions, and that is the reason why we check it several times before we go ahead and break it. But this is the information which is coming out, is that N. Biren Singh, Manipur Chief Minister, is going to meet Governor Anusuiya Uikey at 1 p.m. This is what we are being told. This is what we are being told, is that Manipur Chief Minister is going to meet Governor Anusuiya Uikey at 1, and it will be extremely interesting to see how this conversation, how this pans out, because one of the key, as the guardian of the state, the Chief Minister's impartiality has to be like Caesar's wife, above suspicion. And unfortunately, both the cookies as well as Maiti's side, they have not reposed their faith, and until and unless there's faith from both sides, there is no way you can go ahead with any kind of political rapprochement you want, because whether you like it or you don't like it, as one of our panelists, Rami Niranjan Desai, said yesterday, that you have to sit across the table to come to a solution, irrespective of how much victimized you feel or how much anger you have towards the other community. Without sitting in one room, without sitting across the table, there is no way you can carry the conversation forward. Rahul Gandhi is in Manipur, Rahul Gandhi is in Morang, he will come back to Imphal, he is going to meet various stakeholders, political parties, Naga Council leaders, and is likely to address a press conference as well. But this is what we have been given to understand, is that Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh is meeting Anusuiya Uikey at 1 p.m. and sources are saying that this is an extremely important. See, I would like to take our viewers to the live shots which has come. Rahul Gandhi in Morang, where he is visiting all people who are living in these makeshift camps. He has gone there first to assess firsthand. He's gone to assess the situation firsthand. And there he is, Rahul Gandhi, along with Congress leaders, security paraphernalia, K.C. Venugopal and others. The Manipur chief, Manipur BJP, Congress Manipur chief is also there along with him, Dr. Ajay Kumar. See, this is the condition, this is the relief camp in Morang, where people have to live or have been living for the last 60 days, or almost 55 days plus. And it's an extremely unfortunate story of the kind of suffering which these people have to undergo, as chances of situation returning back to normalcy is not on the horizon. It will take a while before the situation returns to normalcy, and till then these people are condemned to stay at this place. So this is an unfortunate, very sorry state of affairs as far as Manipur is concerned. 3 people have been killed, 5 injured, as gun battle continues since yesterday morning, when two people were killed, and then there was a retaliation which was there by the security forces, and they have to also act with utmost caution to avoid any kind of collateral damage, because the situation is very tough. The situation is very very fragile, and in middle of all these, news is coming in that Chief Minister of Manipur Chief Minister of Manipur is going to meet Governor Anusuiya Uikey, and this can I'll come back to my guests in a while, because these visuals have just come, and these are very important visuals. Now we have shifted to the visuals of how these people have done a blockade by putting fires, tires on fire, and drawing a line on the highway. These are the visuals which are from Imphal. And these are the visuals which also reflects the state of affairs as far as and the big news which is coming in is that now Manipur Chief Minister N Biren Singh is meeting Governor Anusuiya Uikey at 1 p.m. and there are a lot of possibilities which are being read into this. The governor is there are talks that that he might put in his papers, but that is not confirmed yet whether he will resign or not. If he does, then that is going to be the biggest political story of the day, because we can confirm the news that he is meeting the governor there. I would like to go to Hasina for more. Hasina, have you heard Major General Meston? He's saying that on the ground when he was there, he never saw any kind of friction between the two sides, but unfortunately now the situation and the divide is so deep that it is almost impossible for make people from both ethnicities sit across the table. What exactly changed in the last few years, Hasina?
Well, I would say that, I mean, having worked with community, I have not experienced this situation where they are unable to sit and have a dialogue or unable to work together. That has not been the case. I think there are two viewpoint that is coming from the ground, but if you're looking it for the common people who are actually living on basic economic, basic needs and requirements, who are basically at the rural context, that has not been the case. Both communities has been able to live by each other, have been able to have communication with each other, have had their own challenges of situations. But I think the way the political voicing that keeps coming in and out always bring the deeper version of that people are actually in a divide. So I think that these are always two versions. Let's look at the majority common man who are affected, common people who are affected at the moment. When you go back, at least I would say our state partner who's in the ground, we are more looking at the fact that there has been sharing of food among communities in some nook and corners of Manipur. And, we're also looking at situation where people are more looking at how to be able to go by the day, rather than looking into this big clash, looking at normalcy of peace, looking at normalcy of safety to be able to get out of from their houses or from the camp that they're actually being there. So I think let's look at this narrative a little bit different. Let's just not look at from the lens of what is being reported from the ground, which is very, very centric to how media would focus so the debate can continue. Let's not look just from the context what political leaders are giving their statement. Let's look at from the context of a normalcy of humans and communities who have lived together at different situations over many, many years, and situation of years of conflict that have come. But I think we also have to go back that this flaring of 2 months has affected the normalcy of almost 10 years. And so, I've worked for 25 years in the sector of non-development organization and have been in Manipur then and now. We have seen work progressing on the ground, but these 2 months has just make things so stagnant.